We are the rock and roll rowdies.
Was it I think Dingwall's the night with the orgasm, and that was a good night.
That was another night.
Yeah.
Sound system. I think it was Steve Ellis's sound system, and we had it in the Marquee.
Yeah.
With Sparks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the fucking one of the brothers kept hitting the mic on the fucking mic stand. And he marched on fucking stage, said, "Do that once more, I'm going to fucking knock you out."
Not me. I'm a nice guy. I don't think so. But yeah, I remember them, yeah. They were quirky, weren't they?
Yeah.
Still around,
Oh,
are they?
yeah.
Well, they're still around. They kind
very
of... They've become very popular again all of a sudden. They've just done a soundtrack for a movie, I think.
Yeah.
They live in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, brothers.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah.
They live in LA.
Well, there was a thing on Randy, California.
Everything they did, they ripped off from Gnidrolog. Carry on.
Well, when Spirit used to come over, remember that? I mean, they used to always ask for us.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, can we get?
We must have been cheap.
Yeah, we'll go on Granny, get them fuckers for our roadies. It was fucking funny as fuck. Randy, California.
Well, that was like we were starting to branch out.
was
a bit.
Spirits.
Renting PAs.
What was that famous
Can't
song?
remember.
That was great.
But also
Fresh Garbage.
Fresh Garbage.
Fresh Garbage. I've still got the album cassette. I've still got the cassette.
Good guitar player.
Still
Randy,
sounds great.
California.
Yeah. He ended up jumping off the London Bridge, didn't he? Or off the Chelsea Bridge.
Chelsea Bridge or something, yeah.
Yeah.
But he jumped into the canal in fucking Amsterdam.
He's practicing.
Practicing.
Yeah, but they were a great band. And that album, I just played it recently.
His dad was the drummer, wasn't
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, the bald guy.
Yeah.
the bald guy.
Yeah. He was fantastic. He was like, "You guys are fucking nuts. We love you." And then the band America.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So they couldn't handle us. They were like, "Oh, you guys are too much, but can you fucking work for us next week?"
Yeah.
But as you said, we were all branching out. It was word to word, Yeah. Before we got big, Ellis was my first real gig. And in 74, I was with Average White Band in the Tremolos. It was brilliant. How I balanced that, I have no fucking idea.
So we've gone from fucking fighting and getting drunk, and I'm just going to jump right up here. We went from that street fucking people fighting, getting drunk, to me at the fucking Grammy Awards sitting next to Michael Jackson.
Right.
I mean, me, fucking nobody from Hartlepool sitting next to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And I was there with Phil Collins, mid-80s. Phil, I think he won about 6 Grammys that night. It was when Phil was fucking hot shit.
Yeah.
He was just cleaning up everything, and we're sitting there, and they jump your seats. They make you jump seats. Phil. Yeah. They use seat fillers,
right? But
they didn't want to put some fucking nobody seat filler next to Michael, so I used to have to move, and then they would sit that side of me, So I'm sat there, and Michael, he looks at me and he goes, "Excuse me, hello, excuse me." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Is that real?" I said, "What? That thing on your chin?"
Or the cleft?
Yeah. I said, dimple on my chin. I said, "Yeah, of course it is, Michael." In a very deep voice. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Well, he'd have paid for that, so he would have that. Sorry. Yeah.
And so we're sitting there, and Phil's fucking gone up again to get another Grammy. And Michael...
A little extra there.
Sound effects.
Yeah.
And Michael turns round to me again and goes, "Excuse me?" "Yeah, Michael." He goes, "Would you mind if we had our picture taken?" I went, "You're taking the piss, aren't you?" He went, "What's taking the piss?" I said, "Taking the Michael." "Oh, yeah, I get it. He said, "Would you mind if we had our picture taken?" I said, "You're Michael fucking Jackson."
What you like?
And he was sitting with Quincy Jones.
Oh, brilliant.
And he just goes, I said, "Can I get a copy for me mum?"
Yeah.
And the record company guy said, "I'll definitely get you a copy," but he never did. So the next year, Michael's got my fucking chin.
I love it.
He's wearing my fucking chin.
He must have got a new fucking lucky bag.
Brilliant. Do you ever get a royalty?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because you and I have a same dimple.
Yeah.
people, yeah, that's quite a dimple you got there. Oh yeah, it cost me a fortune.
I think to celebrate him winning 6 Grammys that night, we stopped at Fat Burgers on the way back.
Yeah,
from
celebrate.
the awards on the way back to Sunset Marquee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one on La Cienega, probably.
Yeah, pulled in the limo, get the Fat Burgers. It's just something about the grease on them, you know, that makes them taste.
It's all in the name, baby.
Yeah, the fat, delicious Fat Burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can take an Englishman out of the Grammys, but you can't, can't teach him manners.
But you know what about studio time? I mean, 75 when I came here to America with the Average White Band, and Jack Cunningham's like, oh, we got to go in the studio, and he's, you know, Aretha Franklin, Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass, Donny Hathaway.
Yeah, I met
All
Donny.
going.
I met Donny.
You with AWB? Average White Band? I'm going, yeah. I mean, just like balls were bouncing off the floor, you know. It was fucking fantastic.
And all the session guys were legendary.
Yeah. The drummer.
Purdy.
Paddy.
Bernard Purdy.
Fuck him, Bernard Paddy. I loved him.
He'd
Loved
tell
him.
the drumsticks to play it, didn't he? You play the drums.
You know, he had a little cubbyhole right next to the elevators. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had this little cubbyhole where he had his drums.
Oh, there's stuff in there.
Said, hey, Bernard, do you want me to help you? He goes, no, I got it. He had his old lady with him all the time. I got it. She'll do it. You know, I'm like, I'm a roadie. I'd love to help you. No, fuck off. It's fine, you know. Classic. Luther Vandross. You know, he was doing all the backup singing for Atlantic at that time.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah. It's just great
Donny
days.
Hathaway,
Donny-
fantastic. And he
Fabulous.
went in there one day, didn't he? He fucking jumped out the window.
Yeah. We were hanging out with him about 3 or 4 days
What,
before he
out the
did it.
window?
Yeah, we were like,
You were showing them, this will be a good window, Donny. No, it's a shame.
It's fucking trouble.
Really
Horrible.
talented.
That's a great album of his. I listen to it every now and then.
Right. Well, Atlantic
Live,
Studios was an
live.
incredible location, right next to Columbus Circle,
Yeah.
just opposite the park,
Next to the
Mayflower Hotel. I mean, it was fantastic and close enough to like food and wine. You know that I
that
did.
bar around the corner was the place to go.
That's right. Yeah, on Broadway.
Yeah, on Broadway. Everybody went there.
Yeah, powering down a couple of Boilermakers.
Oh, yeah, I mean, but yet again, on about drinking in the early days, I mean, those people gave you a fucking drink. I
yeah.
mean, it was like, you had 2 vodka oranges. It's like, I'm going to go back to work, you know. It was fucking nuts.
that was a great area, though.
Yeah,
Those steel blocks.
Well, you had all the food in there. It was like the food was brilliant.
We used to stay at the Parker Meridian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's 56, 57.
One of those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 57th Street.
And couple of streets over, block or 2 over, there was this bar that we used to frequent. It was great. Got to know the guy in there. Used to give him tickets, bastard tickets. Go in there. This one night we'd done a gig. It must have been with Page and Plant. I think it was because Rex was there, Rex King. And I said, "Oh, I'm going for a drink round." He said, "Where you going?" I said, "Oh, bar around the corner there." And it was late. He said, "Well, we got there, and doors are locked, right?" And the guy, he went, "Oh, okay, come in, Mal, come in." He said, "We got a private function back there." So he said, "If you want a blowjob, just go back there."
I can have a pint and a blowjob, please.
Anyway, we're standing in there. There's me, Rex, this other guy who was a baker or a chef or something from a restaurant down the street, and the barman, and we just talking shit and having a drink. And this fucking girl's there. She's a hooker, right? And they've got a strippers back there. And she starts to fucking strip off, right?
Well, that's what a stripper does,
All
isn't it?
she's wearing is a pair of fucking thigh boots in the end. That's it. But then she goes into her handbag. And the off-duty copper, plainclothes detective, New York detective. So, a fucking baker, a cop, 2 fucking roadies or 2 managers. And a fucking hooker drinking at the bar. And she's fucking peeled everything off and dancing around. But she opens up her fucking purse and pulls out a fucking gun. And she's twirling this gun around, fucking dancing, and we're like, oh no!
What could go
and she's
wrong?
dropped it on the floor a couple of times, and we're like, what the fuck's going on here? We had such a good night.
Yeah. Oh, in New York, I mean, there is no fucking place like it.
We were checking in one time at the Parker Meridian. I've got 100 suitcases, right? Fucking doing it with the bellman, the concierge, giving them a room list, all the numbers, everything. You know, that's priority. That's Phil's luggage. Get it up first. You know, all of that lot. One trolley up to his room first. Blah blah blah. And the guy goes, "It's $5 a bag." Yeah. I went, "Fuck off."
Fuck off, right, exactly.
Fuck off. I mean, this was mid-80s. I said, I'll give you $2 a bag. I said, and I'm being generous. I said, there's fucking 100 bags there, so I'm going to give you $200. That's the lot.
Right, get the fuck out of here.
It's $5 a bag. That's how I rate. I said, I'll do it myself. You can't do it yourself. Well, I said, you fucking watch me.
You should have punched the cunt out.
I said, no, you fucking watch me. I'll do it my fucking self. You know?
Yeah, if you nutted them, that would have took care of the problem.
Right. And so we went, oh, okay, we'll do 2 in, but it's 5 out. I said, no, 2 in, 2 out.
Yeah.
I said, that's it. All right. And I went round the bar afterwards, because it was night off, and I'm in there, and I'm talking to the guy behind the jump, you know, the bar owner. And he said, and I was telling him about this, I said, fucking guy's trying to charge me $5 a bag. I've got 100 bags, and he wants $500 to fucking deliver them upstairs, do his job, you know.
Yeah.
And he went, where are you staying? I said, Parker Meridian. He went, I'll sort it out for you. Oh, what do you mean? I'll sort it out for you. He said, my godfather.
I was going to say it's a
My
mob thing.
godfather is the capo di capo of all, you know, all of the doormen, bellmen in Manhattan. Yeah. He said, so when it comes to coming out, no, it's on the house, mate. No money. I didn't think, you know, I went, oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, I thought, what's he talking about? You know, I thought, he's talking shit, you know, but no.
Yeah, we come over from Hartlepool, and there's a mob in all of this. And when he said that, I'll sort it out. You know, my godfather.
You know, well, let's not forget the Mayflower, Smiley and Whitey.
Yeah.
Fucking classics, those guys.
Yeah.
You know, but the bar there, you know, Ton Shurim, you know, from Atlantic again, used to. I wasn't a tour manager, I was just a roadie, so I had lots of times to get drunk and fall down, you know. But that place was fucking classic. I mean, going down to the coffee shop in the morning and seeing dead people in the fucking lobby.
Close to death, yeah.
And Smiley be going, it's all right, Wilkie. Don't worry about it. We'll get him out of here soon. It's like, what the fuck? He's dead. He goes, yeah, I know he's been there a week. What the fuck? Get out, you know. I mean, what a place that was.
New York, and yeah.
But, you know, I learned a fucking lesson. My first time I ever stayed at the Mayflower was with White Band.
Yeah.
Mal and me and Mark had done a Star Trucking tour all over Europe, and I had a bag full of all kinds of money, different denominations, way before the euro. And I just hadn't had time to go to a bank, because it was a real big deal to change money in the States.
Yeah.
You had to go to get the right person. And I'm talking about 12 different currencies.
Yeah.
So I had a bag of them. I didn't know how much I had. I get to my room, I had a couple of guitars, I put them in this little closet. And I'm just sort of, and you buzz down, Ready, get some dudes down there in Tootski. I go, I'm only going to be a minute. Left my fucking bag on the bed. Only going to be gone a minute. Well, of course, I was probably gone an hour. Come back, bag's open on the bed. I'm like, fuck, check the closet. Guitars were still there. Thank fuck. But I don't know how much I lost. And I called the cops and they said, well, you know, what do you want us to do? Fucking idiot. I said, I've learned a lesson. So I remember coming down the lobby and I stood there at those fucking guys. I said, all right, cunts. I said, one of you's got a fucking key. I said, you set me. I said, you saw a sucker. All right. You're all a bunch of fucking cunts. I know it was an inside job.
Typical him.
But I felt an idiot. And I'd had big plans for the end of the summer with Ingrid. In the end, we made it work.
No, but you know, he's fucking sick. fucking
I
build
had
a bridge
plans.
and get over that.
I
Get
had
over
plans
that.
for the. We're talking then. We had
Fucking
plans
book
for
a
the
fucking
money.
session.
We had
Book a
plans.
couch. Fucking talk to somebody.
Had plans for the money, and the
Yeah,
entire
lay down.
summer's money gone. So, but yeah, that was the kind of thing. But you learn and you move on.
But they had the oldest telephone system in New York. And I was there for so long. I think I was there for about 9 months to a year, going on a week, 2 week tours and coming back. Yeah. And I used to be pissed out of my head coming back from Ashley's, right?
Yeah.
And I'd come in, I'd be like shouting and screaming, "Where the fuck is everybody, you twats?" So I started stealing these fucking cash registers, right? So next morning, the manager's like, "Hey, Wilkie, what did you come in last night?" I went, "I don't know, between 1 and 5, put it that way." They go, "Did you see anybody?" I went, "There's never anybody here. You should get security." "Why? What's the problem?" "Somebody stole a cash register." Fucking hell, there's the fucking point I've been making. 2 days later, "Hey, Wilkie, what? There's another fucking cash register gone." I'm like, what a twat. Seriously, I could not remember. And then about 2 months later, I'm going, "God, you know what? I think I'll have a look at my fucking, my suite, So I go right in the back, and I had this other room that I never even used. And I opened up the fucking curtains, and there's the New York Ballet. Fucking all changing.
street, yeah.
All the chicks naked going, "Hi, Wilkie, how you doing?" And there was that blonde girl.
I remember them. I remember
I started
them.
dating this fucking
Lovely.
beautiful ballet girl. She worked at the hotel bar, And I'm going, "Oh, that's fucking her, okay." So then I opened up the closet and there's about 6 fucking cash registers. I'm going, "Okay, well, I tell you what." I looked at him and went, "Well, how am I going to get around this one?" And anyway, I couldn't even open them, so didn't take any money out, right? So I went down to the manager and I went, "Hey, can I show you something?" So I go up, I said, I was just opening the fucking closet and some fucker's been putting cash registers in the closet. And he started laughing. He goes, "You cunt." I said, "Yeah, that's me." I said, "But I don't know where they came from." And he looked at me, he goes, "Well, no money's missing." He goes, "Say now." He took him down. He probably fucking put the money in his pocket.
Yeah, that was written
It'd
off.
been written off already.
That
Yeah,
was been written
yeah.
off. Yeah,
Claim
Leela
made.
fucking gone, "Yeah, thank you very much, Will."
But fucking hell, I fucking Arnie one night comes out and I'm like, "Slim, Whitey, do not let that little fucker drive a car." "Why?" So I give him the keys. He hits 5 cars going down Central Park South. He does a U-turn, hits 5 cars coming back and fucking goes back to his room. And they called me up the way. "It's all right, Wilkie, we're going to take the car and the car lot across the street. We just tell them somebody stole it." "Okay, thanks." They didn't give a fuck, but it was an old apartment building. And I think Atlantic bought it. Somebody told me
They had
Atlantic.
some connection.
Yeah, they had some connection to it because all the bands stayed there. And these poor people just in polyester suits. And I remember going to the coffee shop. I don't know if you were with me. And there was like lipstick all over the faces and the makeup was all over and the wigs were hanging off and so looking at you like winking at you. It's like these poor fuckers. And,
Horror show.
oh, no, it was like fucking the bar at Star Wars. It was like, what the fuck?
Well, they'd check in there to die, wouldn't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Well, they're waiting for them to die, and then it was just like getting rid of all the rooms, redoing it. Oh, another room. Oh, we'll have that as a suite. There's 2 dead now. One, another suite. 2-bedroom suite, another one.
Yeah, well, Atlantic had the connection, and it was convenient. So when we were
Yeah,
there in the
just walk-
70s,
yeah, walk
we were
across
in
the
the same
street.
time as the Stones were mixing
Yeah.
the live album.
Yeah.
I think they were adding on a load of football supporter noise as applause. Yeah, that kind of. Average White Band did that, I think, on their live album. But Mick and Keith would be staggering around, and Mick, they never had any money or anything. "Got any beer?" I said, "You could buy a fucking brewery, Mick. You could buy the block." He's like, "Yeah, I don't know." Give him a 6-pack, and it was a great environment. And I remember seeing them. They would be mixing maybe 2 or 3 days without a pause, doing whatever they were doing, but they didn't have any handlers with them. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, there was
And
nobody
then
with
they'd
them.
just be when they passed out, they'd just be carried around to the Mayflower.
Yeah.
Bloke at either end, and you got Mick and Keith just like zoned out, and just carried over and dumped in their suites. It was so convenient for that. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but that's what they would do.
I remember Keith Richard one night. Somebody just designed the electronic thing for guitars. You didn't have to have
Cordless.
a cordless,
Wireless.
And he's walking down the street and fucking, outside playing away. And we
Perfect for him.
Yeah, and it's like, I said, what the fuck? Where is he? Oh, he's down in the fucking street. There he is. You know, these people are looking at him and he's playing away, you know. It's fucking classic.
I don't know who I was there with, but I came up there to see you guys. I know you were in the studio in New York, and the Stones were there.
Yeah.
Right? And in the studio, because at the time, Keith had just been busted in Canada.
In Canada, yeah.
In Canada.
That's right.
And he
77,
part of his thing, he had to do a concert, right?
Yeah.
For charity.
Right.
And go to rehab. Well, I remember looking, he was doing a fucking line about a fucking mile long.
Well, he was in rehab.
yeah,
It would have been 2 mile long.
He changed his brand.
Yeah, right.
You know, fucking, yeah.
I mean,
He got
everybody...
off with that. Apparently they had some incriminating evidence connecting to the
Bee Gees came in.
We
the
would
Prime
set up-
Minister of Canada.
We would, a typical session would be you'd set everything up, you'd work on the drums and bass, get all the mics placed, because that took the most time back then. You'd have it all set up, ready to go for the next day maybe. And I come in on the morning just to pour the wine, turn the amps on, and I hear from like the studio. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? The band must have come earlier, but it doesn't sound like them. Anyway, I open the door and there's Keith Richard, Ronnie Wood, Stephen Stills, and some fucker else. They're all on our equipment. And one of the fuckers, I think it was probably Keith playing the drums with a couple of whiskey bottles. And I just stood in the doorway like, children? I said, come on, guys. I said, we've spent all day setting that up. I said, you fuckers can afford to buy the place. I said, but we have to do all this over again. I'm going to go to the toilet, and when I come back, maybe you'll have gone. And Keith's like, fair cop, man. Yeah, come on, lads. Go to the fucking hotel. Sorry, mate. Yeah, you're right. Fucking dead right. Yeah. I mean, it's brilliant. You're going like, I've met a stone. I mean, it was just like classic.
Yeah.
It's just like, they didn't do any real damage, but I'm like, come on, lads. You're always
but it's
talking about,
classic.
you've still got your roots.
Yeah.
We're still earning our fucking thing.
Yeah.
He was like, fair cop, man. You're right. Yeah. Cigarettes and still whiskey. It's brilliant. I mean, it's a classic. Yeah. I loved it. Took them out with a smile,
Yeah,
Come
but
on,
I mean,
lads.
everybody was... I mean, as I said, the Bee Gees were fucking in for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, doing their stuff. And it's like, turn on to the average whites, I went, listen to this stuff, guys, because look out. And they were like, it's the fucking Bee
Commercial
Gees.
crap.
Yeah, they were like, it's fucking Bee
Disco,
Gees.
we
Nothing
don't
like
do it.
us. I went, you listen to these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I said, these are going to take it
All
over.
the songwriters.
Yeah, very, very.
Well, the
but
band
the
were
vocals
purists.
were just... Well, it was a Reef Mad In that got buried. When he heard his high... What's it called? Falsetto. He was like, you fucking use it, man. When we could hear him in the next studio, just like blasted out, It's like, fucking hell, man.
That reminds me of Bruce, when the band first were hitting big in the States. I mean, they're getting over the Robbie's death and all that. But the Scottish thing was... and you had the Bay City Rollers, Rod Stewart, and the Average White Band. And everybody else is cashing on tea towels and fucking drinks trays. Well, the band wouldn't do it. Poor Bruce is like, but lads, there's nothing... Oh, no, it's commercialism. We're a real band. We don't make our money that way, lads. Poor Bruce is like, but lads...
I'm sure they were Scottish.
Oh, yeah. It must have been maybe from Northumberland. But it was like, oh, God. The Bay City Rollers cleaned up on the tartan towels and all that.
Yeah, tartan socks.
Merchandising was born.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I was offered a job to go on the road selling T-shirts, and I'm like, doing what? I couldn't see the logic in it.
Well, we had this, when I worked with Status Quo, we had this bunch of guys.
Yeah.
They were one of the first people to do
Swag.
swag. These bunch, 2 lads from Manchester.
Yeah.
Brothers, right?
I bet it was with Brockham.
No, that's Canada.
Bravado.
Yeah.
Bravado.
Okay, what's the names again?
Barry and Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they used to pirate all the T-shirts outside the front of the gigs, right? Nothing inside, and the band got no money,
Right.
And the manager's Status Quo went, oh, we're fucking... And they went, and they'd done a deal with them. They said, we'll bring you in the venue, you can sell exclusive, right? We'll get rid of all the other pirates out the front,
Right,
Fucking we'll call our bill on them, get rid of them for you,
right.
but we get a percentage.
Yeah.
And they're fucking great. And they had a fucking Luton van full of T-shirts, full of everything else. And they used to sleep in the back on top of the T-shirts while the others were driving. You know,
Yeah. They saw the market, yeah.
Great gig.
And they had this tall, skinny kid called Tom working for them. The last I heard of Tom, he had a beautiful place in New York, driving a Porsche.
Yeah.
And Sandy recently, she was going off to a health club or something. She said, I've got no like sweats or anything like that because she doesn't wear them. So she went out. She went somewhere like Sainsbury's, you know, wherever their brand is. And she come home and she had this Rolling Stones fucking sweatshirt with the fucking glittery tongue on the front, you know what I mean? Typical their logo. And she said, look at the label inside. Bravado.
Yeah.
Right? So they done the Spice Girls, all the dolls, all the merchandising.
Oh, they did new with Meatloaf.
They became like this mega
Huge company.
And these
Huge.
were two fucking
Piss artists. They
Yeah.
were piss artists.
fucking
Yeah. Charlie, I mean, they did
Oh,
Meatloaf
fucking-
with me in 82.
yeah. A lot of Charlie. They've done a lot of Charlie.
Yeah.
But they were there at the
Barry
right
and-
time.
Barry and-
saw the
I don't know.
opportunity.
They fell out actually. They fell out.
Yeah.
They
They-
split the company.
So they were bootleggers from the start, right?
Hey?
They were bootleggers from
Yeah,
the
they were
start.
bootleggers from the start, and then Status Quo went, "We'll come in the building. You can sell in the building, and give us a percentage, and we'll get rid of all the others, fucking bootleggers."
So that really is.
And it was really
Now they've
started it
established
off.
business.
And they fucking, yeah. I think they might have sold it for a fucking.
No. Keith moved to LA about 6 years ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
I know they were doing One Direction, fucking
Oh,
Spice
they did everybody.
Girls.
They did everybody.
Everybody, obviously the Stones.
On the Meatloaf tour in the box office, we did well, just in Europe. I think it was about 12 million. You know, and the fucking concessions was like 60 million. I mean, they used to sell out every fucking
That's it.
night.
I mean, the
Every night sold out.
Madness. Yeah.
I don't know.
concessions, the way that that's the way the tours they get bought out now.
Yeah.
You know, the Stones are going on tour. We'll give you 100 million quid,
Right.
guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Don't have to. You
Yeah.
don't have to sell a ticket.
Yeah.
There's your 100 million. We get the merchandising,
Right.
and you know we'll take 95%, and you can have 5% of the merchandising. That's the type of thing that goes on now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's just
It's
just
huge
become
money.
so much big business. I remember, you know, the Stones were taking $100 a head on merchandising. I've got a double gold album out there, or platinum album, wherever it is, Genesis tour that we did. We paid to 3.4 million people, and I think our average was about $12 a head. But that's 3.4 million people.
Right. $12 a head.
Do the math.
Yeah. It's huge.
It's
It
fucking
became
huge figures.
business, Yeah.
Huge figures.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of tour managers got into it. I wish I did. I mean, you know, I was even trying to
I
get into
I
it.
was offered fucking.
Oh, they were
yeah.
making $5,000 a week. You know, $7,000 a week and bonuses.
And then these days, of course, all they do is turn up at the gig. It all gets counted in
Right.
and then
Yeah.
counted out, and the venue writes them a check. There you go, mate.
Right. You hired the local people to run it.
Yeah, the venue sells it.
Yeah.
But they take a percentage now.
Yeah,
So-
we carry our own merch print.
Yeah.
You know, with Martin Turner's. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it's, I mean, it's only small biscuits compared to, but you know, it's an
Same
extra.
principle.
It-
It's the same principle, and it's a fair little extra cash.
Yeah.
No, merchandise sells. I did Asia, and I was just the driver, $100 a day, right?
Yeah.
And Ace goes to me, "Do you want to do the T-shirts?" I went, "Yeah." So I was doing $100 for driving and $300 to $400 a night for merchandise. You know what I mean? That's what I was like, $500 a day.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
And it's cash, it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
5
it was
gigs a
all
week.
cash back then, but now all
Now
that's
it's
stopped.
It's all card on.
Yeah.
It's a good 60,
Yeah,
70%
they do
card.
fucking. We'll do your fucking bank draft. You know,
Yeah.
at the end of it, the venue will just. You know, you do 4 nights at Wembley Stadium, and Wembley Stadium will write you a check for the T-shirt at
It's
the
all
end of it.
electronic.
Yeah, all electronic.
still
We'll
good
send
money.
that. We'll wire that to your bank. There you go. It's gone. There's the numbers.
See, I was ahead of my time because when I started out with the engine in Hartlepool, I still had that photographic job, and I would make those prints and put them on the front of the bass drum. You remember? I had the one of Frank Zappa sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
And another one was that this crazy Eli Whitney, an inventor, crazy like top hat and kind of matched Tony's image. And people were asking me at gigs then, "Oh, where'd you get them?" I said, "Oh, I print them at work." Well, I should have fucking, if I'd had any brains, I'd have gone, "Fuck this roadieing, I'll sell these things." But yeah,
Copyright.
so yeah, I just ahead of my time. Just didn't have that business get and go, Derek. Not
Yes,
like
you should
yourself.
have had it taught you well enough.
Well,
Twat.
Yeah.
But no merchandise. I mean, you know, but it's still.
You got to get the copyright and stuff like.
Oh, I know.
Sapper on the crap.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't have been able to make a living out of it, but that was just the idea of decorating the. And then the next thing you know, people like Blinky Davison of the Nice has his drums all. That was the era. Drums are all decorated. It was expanding and branching out. It was all very expressive.
Disraeli Gears, Ginger had all these fucking psychedelic drums.
Beautiful.
Disraeli Gears.
It was all part of
Remember
that,
going
wasn't
to see the Cream in Newcastle, the Club of Go-Go.
All right.
In Newcastle, and Disraeli Gears was the album, I think it was. I'm sure it was. And we get there, and I get stopped on the way in. It's happened to me twice, actually, this. The bouncer stops me. He goes, "Have you got any knives on you?" I said, "Oh, do I need them?"
Yeah.
I said, "What fucking kind of place is
Should I have
this?"
brought one?
Anyway, just no trouble from you tonight. Maybe I look like somebody else that caused
I'm
trouble.
from Hartlepool on your forehead, you know.
Yeah, Pooley, stamped on my forehead. Anyway, we get in the gig. We're waiting forever.
Oh yeah.
It was the notorious turning up late back then. You know what I mean? Fucking.
If they showed up.
And then they did. They walked. Everything was set up on stage, and they walked in, and Ginger Baker walked onto the stage. 2 bottles of Newcastle Brown, drinking them both at the same time. And Eric stood at the side of his fucking Marshall stack all night.
Yeah.
All night. But Ginger Baker sat down, put the beers down, sat down, and he just went, "Ding, sunshine of your love," you know.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Absolutely fucking brilliant.
I think I didn't go that weekend. I was train spotting in Bradford, I think.
Yeah, you see, you fucking
Priorities.
missed out. I seen Hendrix in Newcastle.
No, I went train spotting to Manchester that weekend.
Oh, Hendrix, and they had the Nice,
I know.
ELP, you know, Emerson, Lake and Powell. Who else was on the funny, strange bill? Joe Cocker, I think, was on. Amen Corner.
Yeah.
You know, a strange mix.
tour almost.
Yeah, they were package tours, you know. But
Andy
Hendrix.
Fairweather Low.
Yeah.
Corner.
Yeah.
He's out gigging on the circuit.
Oh, he's been with Eric for
Clapton
donkey's
for
years.
years,
He's
yeah,
been
second
with
guitar.
Eric Clapton for donkey's years. Yeah.
But he was just a singer with him.
He's just been played. Actually, he's just played here.
What's
Andy
the name of the
Fairweather Low,
theatre here?
the Astor Theatre.
Astor.
Yeah,
On his own gig.
yeah. We get, you know, people like Albert Lee turning up here.
Yeah.
Albert Lee, brilliant guitar player. He's fucking won more nobbies.
Nobbies.
Nobbies. You get the nobbies.
You got the nobby in,
Nobby's
the nobby
helmet.
out.
But it's country and western, you know. I mean, with Emmylou Harris and
Yeah.
people like that, you know, Linda Ronstadt.
Tony Turnbull and I went and saw Albert in London.
Fucking brilliant.
Fucking
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
But you know,
Well, yeah, because he was in the band Head, Hands and Feet.
yeah.
Yeah, Pete Gavin, who later played with Vinegar Joe, was the drummer.
Yeah. I saw them.
All interlinked.
Yeah, all interlinked. And,
But every band was playing Chicken Shack, Uriah Heep,
yeah.
Status Quo, Tremolos,
Gnidrolon.
Gnidrolon.
When I
band.
toured with Uriah Heep, yeah, it was with Uriah Heep. The Tufty was his nickname. Trevor Boulder is his real name, and he was one of the spiders from
I was
Mars.
going to say when they were Bowie, yeah.
Yeah, he was fucking spiders from Mars. He had
Oh,
these
yeah,
huge
yeah.
fucking sideburns, you know, fucking, and this mullet of a haircut.
Yeah.
But he was a lovely, lovely guy. He's dead, God bless him.
And Mick Ronson.
Another one, and Mick Ronson, yeah.
Did you guys do the
And Boy.
Pink Fairies at Trafalgar Square?
Which one?
Pink Fairies. No? I
I've never heard of them. Hawkwind, Pink Fairies.
Yeah, Pink Fairies.
Remember doing Auckland?
Fucking
I had that all-nighter.
Did it?
Hawkwind?
Oh,
At the
in the temple. Yeah.
And then later on, when I was working with Vinegar Joe, we done Reading. The first time I done Reading Festival, Auckland were on there, and they all fucking done acid.
Yeah.
The crew, everybody were on acid. Fucking.
I didn't like Hawkwind much.
No, I mean, you know.
But she did have a big pair of fucking hooters.
Hooters.
And they had a dancer on stage, didn't they?
Yeah, Sonia, or whatever her name was. Yeah. And she was painted silver. I got a silver machine. I got a silver machine. And she wore a fucking thong, and that was it. And her whole body was painted, her tits, fucking everything, painted silver. And she's dancing around, silver machine. All on acid. Probably Lemmy wasn't. He was probably on fucking gack. Yeah, he was fucking gacked out his fucking mind.
If he turned up for the gig.
I think I didn't maybe see them as a real band because it was more like the Grateful Dead kind of thing, on it very loose.
Yeah.
I was into like Jeff Beck group and tight band. That's what I was into. A bit more structure.
I agree.
Lemmy, going down the speakeasy. And you get down the bottom of the stairs and there was a fruit machine on the left-hand side where the bar started.
Yeah.
And Lemmy's there, JD and Cork, fag, playing the one-arm bandit. And he stayed there all night because he could get a drink from the bar without moving.
Right.
Fucking all night long. Playing and that's, he'd done that Ace of Spades. Mm-hmm. Probably from that one-arm bandit in the speakeasy.
Yeah.
Every club he goes to, it's the way you find him.
Well, he's dead now, Derek.
I know he's dead now.
Doesn't go to clubs anymore.
It was
He's in.
He's in
change
club
the
heaven.
drink. They said you've got to quit drinking the JD and Coke. It's going to kill you.
He took up residency basically at the Rainbow, didn't he?
Yeah, so he swapped the gin and orange and fucking died.
It's probably more the coke killing you than the fucking alcohol.
He told his son not to fucking. He said, "Just stick with the speed, son."
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, just stick with the fucking speed. Don't get on that other shit.
I hadn't seen him for years, and I was at the Palladium. Killing Joke was playing, and I used to work for Killing Joke, so I went down to see him. And I'm looking over, and Michelle's like, "Is that Lemmy?" I went, "Yeah." He changed around. He goes, "Hey, Wilco, come here." So I walk up and I'm like, "What?" He goes, "It's only £2 a pint." I said, "How many pints would you like me to buy you, Lemmy?" He goes, "Oh, one for now. That'll do." Just rubbing his chin like, "Well, who can I get another pint off tonight?" Fucking brilliant.
The lifestyle.
No, he was one. I loved him. He was one of the fucking boys.
Yeah.
One of the boys.
You can hear more from the Rock and Roll Rowdies on all major podcast platforms. And please follow us on facebook.com/Rock and Roll Rowdies. Yeah!